Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri, and on today's DIY Wednesday video, someone sent us something to test. I know, very exciting. And I always say the same intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. Well, I was watching a video and the person basically said the same thing, like welcome back to my channel. It was a reaction video. So the YouTuber that was reacting to that video was like, well, I've never been here before. And it dawned on me like, I just assume everybody's already been here before. Hence why I say welcome back. But if this is your first time to DIY Wednesday videos, welcome. I think you're just gonna love it, especially today's video, because we are testing something from Little Fish Crafts. I know, what is it? I didn't know until I received an email from Amy over at Little Fish Crafts. Would you like to try embroidery? And I was like, well, I already tried it and I'm hooked. So yeah, if you want to send me some embroidery things to test out, I would be more than happy. She is a arts and crafts provider, set up their own brand in 2016. Some of their exclusive products rank the best seller on Amazon. Of course, so sweet. Amy was like, go to our website, pick out your favorite ones. And I went to their website and everything looked great. So many choices. I was like, I can't, just send me your favorites. They have embroidery floss, tools and storage, but then they have a bunch of DIY handmade embroidery kits, just like the kit that I tried. Remember that kit? If you don't watch that video, this was a little kit that cost me, I think $9.99 from like the TJ Maxx or something. And I had never embroidered before in my life. I made this and I decided that I love embroidery. So much so that before Amy reached out to me, I picked up some other kits and I already started another one. It's supposed to look like that when all is said and done. What I do like about them is they give you all of the embroidery floss you need, and they do come with pretty much everything you need to do embroidery. So, because I'm an old pro at embroidery, I thought we'd go through like the cost, how easy the instructions are to understand, and we'd go through what actually comes in the kit. And are these kits super amazing that we want to embroider everything, make pillows, make wall hangings, make what have you. So when Amy said she was gonna send me stuff, I said, all right, I love it, I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to get it. Their kits, they have some darling ones. They look to be about $12.99 per kit. And there are really darling kits. Oh, here's a $5.99 one. It is a starter cross-stitch kit for beginners. Starter kits, more advanced kits. I love it. Amy did end up sending me, like I said, she sent me some stuff, and here it is right here. So let's open it and see what it's all about. Amy mentioned she sent me a kit, but then she's also sent a completed piece, which is kind of funny because we could just pretend that we made this and put it in a frame or put it on a pillow. But look how cute. Yeah, I totally claim that I made this. I do notice some knots and things that I am used to from this initial kit that I tried. But yes, this is our final outcome. Oh, okay, I see what Amy did here. She sent me this so I could lie. I like where her head's at. Okay, Amy sent me this DIY embroidery kit to test. The kit that she sent me is this actual finished product. Now, there was a second where I was like, shit, do I edit this out of what I just talked about and then start this and then voila, say that I finished it here? No one would be the wiser. But I can't do that. I just can't. I thought about it, but I can't do it. I could never claim that this was my work, like I finished it in an instant. No. I appreciate what Amy was doing for me because embroidery is no quick task. It definitely takes many hours. With all the kits that I've already purchased, it was like, oh, I want to do embroidery so bad, but then it's also like finding the time, because while you can sit in front of the TV while you are doing your embroidery, you have to also pay attention to what you're doing. So your head is down a lot. So when I do embroidery, I typically just put on something that I've already seen. But again, it takes a long time. You gotta carve out an hour or so every day, maybe before you go to bed, to complete your embroidery project. So while we may start on this project, I may not finish this project. However, I could pretend I did because the finished one's right here. I love it. I love you, Amy. Thank you for doing that. But I am not going to claim. You're all right here as a witness. This is real life. This is the finished product to this. So when I complete this, it should look like this when all is said and done. Improve hands-on ability, increase the joy of life. Okay, cool. What's it called? Blooming flower pattern, and it is $12.99. 1 embroidery cloth with floral pattern, 1 embroidery hoop, 1 colored thread, 2 embroidery needles, and 1 instructions. Okay, it is a bestseller, easy for beginners to learn. It does say, after embroidering, you can hang it in the living room or bedroom as an interior decoration, or embroider on pillowcases, towels, backpacks, handkerchiefs, dresses. They're all good choices. Okay, great. Now, just so everyone's clear, we're all on the same page. This video is not sponsored by Little Fish Crafts. Amy just sent me this kit in hopes that I would do a video. My review on this embroidery kit is going to be exactly like any other review that I've ever done ever before in my life. So let's get into the kit. It looks very familiar, just like the other kits I've ordered and received off of the Amazon. So we have our little hoop, and then we have our package of supplies. Right here on the back, it says tips. 1 thread is 6 strands. The pattern on the cloth can be washed away after the embroidery is completed. It is recommended to iron the cloth before it fully dries to ensure all creases are removed. All the stitches that we need to learn, we have a straight stitch, a long and short stitch, a French knot, and an outline stitch with step-by-step directions on each of those stitches. Now, we have a full out picture of what it's supposed to look like. Arrows pointing down to the stitches that we are supposed to use. Seems easy enough. There aren't instructions on preparing the hoop. I think that they think, and by they, I mean everybody in the world, that you should just know. None of the embroidery kits that I've purchased before ever said, like, here's how you put it in the hoop. It is kind of self-explanatory. Fold your little canvas piece. Here are all of our threads, 2 needles attached. Your embroidery hoop has this little screw tightening mechanism. You want it loose so you can get these 2 things apart. And then you're going to place your image, trying to center it within the circle of that inner hoop. Then you're gonna take your outer hoop, place it over the top, get it pressed down so that your 2 hoops kind of lock into place. So you just screw. You want this canvas to be tight like a drum. No loosey-goosiness, no folds, no nothing. Look at that. Even sounds like a drum. So we are ready to begin our first stitch. We look at our picture and we just decide where we want to start. There's no rhyme or reason. You can start on a flower, you can start on a stem, you can start wherever you want to start. I kind of just want to get all the outline stitches in. These outline stitches here on these long stems. Bring the thread out from the starting point A. Take it out at a point B. Bring the thread out from point C, which is in the center of A and B. Take out to point D. From point B out, which is in the center of C and D. Repeat till the end. Which does sound a little confusing, but because I've done embroidery 1.25 other times before, I know that what they mean is poke through, that's point A, go down to point B. Then they want us to come back up through the center of points A and B to make point C, and then go down to point D. So the pattern's kind of like up and down, back up through the center, over, down, back up through the center of that one, over, down, back up through the center of that one. 3 strands. So we gotta find our green. Does it say which green? Why, yes it does. Okay, this is very helpful. There are numbers on each of the colors. Now if I look at the picture, it says for the outline that I should use color number 10, 3 strands, which is this mossy-ish color. So we have 1 piece of number 10. This is kind of where it gets a little bit dicey because you gotta unfurl it a little bit and then pull out strands. So get 3 and then pull these away. Don't create a knot. It's a bad situation if you create a knot. Uh-oh. This is like the worst part of it, trying to get the exact number of strands you need. And 3 strands. I have a 3-strander here and a 3-strander here. And now we are ready to thread our needle. So in the kit that I ordered from Amazon, which I don't see in this kit here, I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but it's this little guy right here. There's like a wiry thing here that has a hole in the middle of it. This helps you thread the needle because while yes, I could lick this all together and use my good eye, it is just 10 times easier when you have that little threader helper thing. You take your little threader thing and you poke it through the eye of your needle. Then you take your thread and now you thread your thread through the big opening of the little threader helper thing. Now you just pull the threader helper thing back through and voila, your needle is threaded. So if I have one critique about the Little Fish Crafts embroidery kits is that maybe include one of those little threader helpers because they make it very, very nice and very easy to thread the needle. But now that our needle's threaded, we have got to start. So I'm gonna put a knot at the end. Hold on, I like to do 2 knots. Knotted at the end, and we are going to do our outline stitch. So I'm starting on this stem right here, all the way down to the bottom. I'm gonna poke my needle through the very bottom part, and I'm gonna go up. Now that would be point A. Pull this all the way through. Not super far away, but not super close. We're gonna go back down, and this is now point B. We're gonna pull this all the way through, and now we're gonna come up in the middle of point A and B to make point C. And then we're gonna go back down to point D, keeping the same distance as we did with A and B. And then we're gonna come back up in the middle of those 2 points we just made. And we just keep doing that all the way up. It's pretty easy. All of the outline stitches are going to be this way. So I'm just gonna keep plugging along until I have this stem completely outlined. Yay! And voila. Took me about 10 minutes or so, but I got that first whole entire long stem completely outline stitch. I mean, it's really easy and it's really relaxing, you guys. Like, if you haven't tried embroidery and you just wanna sit with your thoughts for a minute, not even your thoughts. That's what I love about embroidery. I think I mentioned it in the last video. This, you're so focused on the task that you're not thinking about anything else. And I think that's why I love embroidery so much. I'm not thinking about anything except for these stitches and making them look absolutely beautiful. So while I still have a bunch of the number 10 green thread in my needle, I wanna go ahead and complete the other stems that require this thread and this same stitch. And then when I'm ready to start a new stitch, I'll check back in and let you know how it's going. So I have been at it for about an hour. I just turned on the TV. I was contemplating going outside because it's such a lovely day, but then I just put on 27 dresses. I've seen it 800 times. TV was on, I've been embroidering, and look at how much I've completed. The outline stitch on all 3 of these flowers is completely done. And then these little offshoot leaves, grass blades, what have you, that's just one straight stitch. You come up through the bottom, go to the top, go back down. One stitch, super easy. This is where we are now. I have to get ready to go teach pole. So this is gonna sit down for a little bit, but in 1 hour, we're looking pretty good, if you ask me. Super easy, super relaxing. I love embroidery. So when I pick this up again, we're gonna change thread and we're gonna change stitches and do like, I don't know, maybe the French knot, maybe something else. Who knows? But we will get to it after I get back from pole. Okay, it's a new day and we are ready for a new stitch in our embroidery. So let's do some French knots. How about that? We need 6 strands. Let's get some color in here. Let's do the purple. Number 6 purple, it's pretty fail-safe. And our 1 strand. Needle is a threaded, and let's start. We have to bring it up and out through the bottom. Bring it up through. While the needle is close to the cloth, wrap the thread around the needle 2 times. Close, wrap 1, wrap 2, and then put it back through where it came. Pull it down, and voila, we have our very first French knot. Now we just need to do that 8 million more times. Bring it up through the bottom, keeping our needle close to the canvas. Wrap 1, wrap 2, and then put it back through where it came. Ooh, that one didn't turn out that great. That one doesn't look that good. I'm just going through where it was kind of loose, and I'm just gonna do another little stitch to kind of tack it down. Oh, see, you can fix it easy. It's not a big deal. And now we're just gonna keep French knotting until the cows come home. Up, through, close to the thing. Wrap once, wrap twice. Push the needle back down where it came. I think the trick is holding your string that you've wrapped around the needle twice really, really tight as you pull back down and through. Voila. Oh, we're so good. I'm gonna French knot the shit out of this, and I'll check in as soon as I'm done. Okay, so I have been sitting here pretty much all day, just with the TV on, watching movies I've already seen a million times. Right now, the original Jurassic Park is on, and I have been embroidering the shit out of this. I have all of my French knots done, I have all of my outline stitches done, and I have all of my straight line stitches done. I mean, I don't wanna talk out of turn or anything, but I think I'm an embroidery master. So we only have 1 stitch left, and this sucker is complete. And that stitch is the Lazy Daisy stitch. That is for our 3 remaining flowers here. Are they not all the same color? No, they're not all the same color. I'm gonna get my thread ready, read how to do the Lazy Daisy stitch, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I have my thread prepared, and it says we need 3 strands of our floss, so I went ahead and separated that out. They do have a nice little diagram here, so I'm just double making sure I know what I'm doing. So we're going up and right back down in, but we're not pulling tight. We're gonna leave like a little loose loop of thread. Good thing they have pictures. We're gonna start at the center here, like they said, pull this up and go right back down next to where we just came up. Now we want to not pull everything tight and back in. We wanna leave a loop. Oops, pulled it too tight. That's as long as our petal needs to be. So then we go up through the point of our, or like the top part of our petal, catch our loop, I'm being very cautious because I don't want to pull anything too tight. So you see what we're working with? We made a loop, and now we need to tack that loop down by going back down on the other side of the thread, like so. Boom. And voila, we have 1 petal. I know, that looks good. I did a really good job. Do you see that right there? What'd I tell you? Embroidery master. So let's do it one more time. Always starting at the center of the flower, pull it up, take it back down, right next to where we came up. Pull it, but not all the way, not too tight, leaving a loop of thread the length of what we want our petal to be. At the top of our petal, push that up, catch our loop, pull everything up, and then go back down to tack that loop right in. Boom, Lazy Daisy. Now I just have to finish this one and then do these, and then I'm done. Okay, are you guys ready to see the best piece of embroidery you've ever seen in your entire lives? Get ready for it, because here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't it so cute? Get a close look. Look how cute it is. I love embroidery. And this kit that was sent to me by Little Fish Crafts was absolutely perfect. The price was right. The supplies in abundance. Look it. This is how much embroidery floss we still have left. So you know what that means. If you have a loop-de-doo, hello, friendship bracelets. I'm just saying. And we have 2 extra needles still, and the needle I was working with. So supplies on point. They give you plenty of floss, plenty of needles. The directions were very easy to understand. They not only came with text, but they came with pictures, so you know exactly what to do. So for all of those reasons, Little Fish Crafts is a win as far as their embroidery kits are concerned. Also, I totally completed this one by myself because here is the one they sent me, mine, theirs. Okay, cute, but not nearly as cute as mine. I'm just saying. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep embroidering. I mean, I just feel like pieces like this would look so darling in like a little girl's room, a guest room that you have done up that's like super cute and girly, even shabby chic, tons of different patterns, well over 1,000 different designs when it comes to their embroidery kits. It comes with every single thing you need. So let me know in the comments below if you might wanna start embroidering, or if you already embroider, where do you get your embroidery kits from? I'd be curious to know. And don't forget, this video was not sponsored at all. Amy from Little Fish Crafts just asked if she could send me an embroidery kit to test out, and I said sure. As I mentioned before, I have purchased some kits from the Amazon. The price is right about the same. So if you wanna just look for embroidery kits that are all in one spot, I say visit the website, see what they've got going on. I think you might like it. It's very relaxing. And not only is it relaxing, but then you get something like this for all your hard work. It's a win-win, right? So yeah, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.